Hey Glimmer besties, so it's nearly the end of March and I thought why not do my monthly wrap up, see what I got up to, the decks I worked with, the books I read, the journals I worked in, all that kind of stuff, and of course most importantly the glimmers of the month. So grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfy cozy, or prop me up and let me keep you company while you're doing some housework, whatever you want. I don't mind, I'm here for it. And let's get into it. Come on, let's get comfy cozy. Let's go. That's so much better than just standing, if I'm being deadly honest. Fair play to anybody that does stand and talk in videos. I don't think my back could. Anyway, if you're new here, hi, I'm Menioned and I'm a Glimmer witch and I find magic in the mundane, and I love talking tarot and oracle decks and books and all the magical wonders of every mundane life. So if that's your jam, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of the family here. Pretty awesome if I do say so myself. And let's get into my March monthly wrap up. So first off, let me ask you, how was your March? Tell me in the comments below, what was March like for you? Did anybody else feel like it was kind of an up-down month, or was that just me? Honestly, it was so good, but then it was also so testing at the same time. You know, the universe definitely had a you want to F around, mend and find out. Well, then here we go. And here we went. Anyway, but when I look back, because I'll show you in my journal segment, what I've been doing is I have been writing down my glimmers, and I'm also working on getting back into manifestation and being in a more grateful mindset, right? So yes, glimmers help with that, but I also like to incorporate different bits and pieces. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with that. March was, I think I say this every month, it was a month. No, but all jokes aside, it was actually really busy. We had a lot of personal events and things like that we had to go to. There was a lot of March is always a busy month from our anniversary. Myself and Jamie are together 10 years. 10 years. I cannot believe that. I don't know. Well, yes, I can, because obviously the time has passed, but I genuinely don't know where those 10 years have gone. So my one of my relationship advice is find somebody who is your best friend, who you can be your little weirdo self with. Can you hear Frankie? I say she knows the minute that I'm going recording, she just becomes so animated. I'm like, girl, please. Cat owner, she get it. So yes, and it's so exciting as well because we're getting married next year. So if you're new here, yes, we have set our wedding date nearly a year ago at this stage, and like when we booked it, we're like, oh, it's 2 years away, it's totally fine. It's next year. It's next year we're getting married, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have so much left to organize. Now we're pretty organized, but at the same time there's still a lot more that I actually need to do. Booking, there's just so many other things I need to book. Oh my gosh. Anyway, not the point. The point is we did finally find a photographer. So I don't know, any of you that might have been chatting with me, you know, I was struggling to find a photographer. Found one. Love him. I think he's amazing. His photos are so cool, and also reasonably priced. If any of you are in the middle of booking a wedding, you're gonna know that it is expensive. It is so expensive. The minute you put wedding in front of something, boom, price goes up. Why? Tell me why. Anyway, and I also, yes, this is so super exciting. I'm really excited for this. Is I have booked a place to view for wedding dresses. So I was super nervous about it because what with being plus size and all that I know wedding dress shopping can be a really great experience or it can be really bad. And yes, I found a dress shop that I just fell in love with. It's a bit of a drive, but my thing is I want to get married once, so I might as well make it count. And yeah, I'm super excited. So me and the Breakfast Club, we're going to go dress shopping, and I'm so excited. On top of that, I was also, I mean, March had so many highs actually now that I'm sitting down talking with you. I was also asked to be on a podcast by Catherine Skynot. I'll make sure to tag it below. I know I've posted here about it. Oh my god, that was so much fun. I had so much fun chatting. So obviously, as you know, I love yapping, right? So it was great to have somebody else like asking questions and answering it. I could have just talked to her for hours, so I'll make sure to tag the podcast below. But we covered glimmers, magic in the mundane, crystals, tarot, energy work, spirit work, ancestor. Oh, we just chatted about so many great topics that it's so, I don't know how she edited it down, really, to be honest. So I'll make sure to tag her Instagram and the podcast link, and you should listen to the other podcasts she's done because there's some fantastic ones. I'm currently still trying to make my way through is it geomancy? I think that's what it's called. Do you know what about ley lines and whatnot? Very, very cool. And plenty of signs as well from Spirit. If I think back, yeah, like there's been a load of angel numbers coming up as well. Robins, I swear, the Robin might as well move in because he's visited so much. So they're all like little glimmers. I've also, take a drink, bestie. I've also been like treating myself on a Friday, going for like a little coffee. So it's like a little treat for me. That's just something small that I get really excited about because it's really good coffee and I love good coffee. So that's another glimmer. And the one I'm so excited to talk about. Let me put my mug down. I know I shared this on my Instagram. I know not everyone is on Instagram. And it's something I'm like trying to work is like YouTube and Instagram and making sure that those of you that aren't on Instagram, that you're seeing it on YouTube and vice versa and whatnot. I've had so many glimmers this March for sure, but I think one of the coolest ones, excuse me, is this book that was sent to me by our own Heidi Hanley. Oh my gosh, Heidi is so amazing. She's like so great for interacting with videos, and I've had some great chats with her over on Instagram, and she so kindly sent me her own book that she wrote. So it's The Prophecy Kingdom of Ushnak, and I know everybody here in Ireland is going to pronounce it differently, but that's just how I pronounce it. But it is so cool. I'll make sure to show it when I'm showing the books, but please do go check it out. I think, if I remember, I seen it, you can get it on Amazon, which is fantastic. And oh, I can't express the gratitude, like, and she signed it and everything, and I think that's so cool. This is I can never express how much I'm like so extremely grateful for this community. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So yeah, this is one of the highest glimmers ever, was getting this as The Prophecy, and I'm so excited to dive into this. I really can't wait, and I will certainly share about it once I'm finished for anybody who loves books as much as I do. So, is there any other things that kind of came up in March that I want to talk about? No, not really. I think that's about it. Isn't it enough? That's like enough. Right. I want to talk about next some channels that I have been loving. Okay, so I want to talk about some channels that I have been loving recently, and I do have a list off here because sometimes I get the names of the channels wrong, so I do apologize about that. No particular order, none. I'm pretty sure I am probably missing some channels that I've been watching as well. So if you're watching this and you're like, man, my channel wasn't mentioned, feel free to share your channel below. I know Lennox shared on her channel as well, that like if you have a channel, feel free to share it in the comments. Same, if you have a channel, share it. We all love to find new channels, and we all want to grow together, and this is the whole point. It's about community and growing together and hyping each other up. I mean, I love it. So the first one is Martin's Musings. Oh my god, love his channel. It's so good. I only found it not that long ago, and it turns out that he had taken a break like last year, and I don't know. I don't know how it came up in my feed, but it did, and I'm glad it did. And Martin has some great videos, and I'm really excited for April, because in his April videos, he shared that he's going live with Sandra from Spirit of Avalon, and then Kerry Ward, who's also a deck creator. I'm very excited because her deck is actually arriving today as I'm filming, so I can't wait. I can't wait to dive into that and share it with you guys. And he's a couple of other lives coming up that sound amazing that I just can't think. But yeah, he shares some amazing decks, and honestly I could just listen to him chat forever because he's just so sweet. He's so sweet. The next then is Simon over at the Hermit's Cave. Simon has made a fantastic tag. It's a get to know the tarot tuber. I think that's the name of it. Like I said, I should have wrote that down. It's the A to Z, and I'm having the best time watching that. I'm definitely going to take part in it for sure. I think it's so amazing to get to know the content creators that you're watching, even if you're not a tarot tuber. I don't classify myself 100%. Says the one. I don't classify myself as 100% as a tarot tuber. Exhibit A. Anyway, but no, aside from that, I just love Simon's videos. Anyway, he covers some great decks and great topics, and I love hearing all the things that he has to say. It's really fun. Another channel then is Nikki T. Nikki, I know that's not the name of your channel. Is it Moonchild? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure to tag everyone's channel below. But she did a great video on tarot decks I'm scared to buy. And I know that title is right because I looked at it and I wrote it down. That was so fun. I really enjoyed watching this because while we love watching decks that people love buying or they can't wait to buy, or, you know, hot takes, all that kind of stuff, I love watching those as well. I love watching the decks that you guys are scared to buy and why. And she's created a tag as well around that, so I'm hoping eventually I might get around to it. Yes, there are some decks that I myself am scared to buy or not so inclined. Definitely go check that video out. Very good. And then Nova Monday, who has made such an amazing tag on mass market decks for readers. And I'm having the best time from having watched her video and then everyone else's video. I don't know how many videos I've actually watched. Probably a lot. I think it's one of the tags that I've watched the most videos on, if I'm being honest. So, yes, and I did take part in that one. I'll make sure to tag it wherever the heck it appears on the video. Right. What's next? Let's talk some books. Okay, I got a stack of books. Okay, so first of all, we have Heidi's book, right? So you're probably like, man, that's great, you told us the title, but you didn't tell us what it's about. It's okay. I'll read the blurb for you. So, dreams of battle. A king offering a crown, longing for a faceless archer. From a quiet life in Maine, Brianna Brennan, landscape designer and bookworm, is led into the woods and through a tree, where she emerges a saviour of the mythic kingdom of Ushnak. She must begin the journey through a land terrorised by the evil Lord Shamwa. Guided by the stalwart Lord Marshal Seagull and the handsome young bard Silas of Cedarmara, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these right, and mentored by a forest crone and shape-shifting crow, she must discover how to use the black medallions they wear to unlock the curse and rescue the king. A magical map, mystical beings, and a fantastic world all contribute something to the journey and to Brianna's growth as a woman, a warrior, and a queen. Brianna's trek across Ushnak is a grand adventure that will hopefully bring her love and a happily ever after. Or will it? Sounds delicious. I cannot disagree with that. That sounds so up my alley and something that I love reading anyway. Another book that I read this month, I actually read it on my phone because I got it from my library, and I was just flicking through the app for the library and the Tarot Reader of Versailles came up. And I was having it on, I was like, oh, just click borrow, read it, see if it's no good, send it back. Devoured it. It was so good. I can't remember the name of the author. But basically it's about a tarot reader that is working in Paris. Is kind of during the time, not kind of, it is during the time of Marie Antoinette and the whole French Revolution. And also then you have, I can't think of the characters' names now. Oh my gosh. But there's a young lady whose name, well, Caitlin. It's not even Catherine. Caitlin moves to Paris in search of the boy that she fell in love with, and then she becomes friends with the tarot reader of Versailles, whose name has totally escaped me, because this is what happens when I read on my phone and not my book. For some reason it just doesn't. But it was super good. I really liked the incorporation of the tarot reader, and then Caitlin was also a palm reader, so that was very cool. And then hearing about Ireland, and then how there was a connection between the Irish and the French Revolution, because during the time the English were in Ireland, and you know, anyway, there's a whole historical aspect. So it is a historical fiction, and how the tarot reader read for Marie Antoinette and so on. And it was really, really good, very enjoyable, totally memorable. As you can see, I'm really bad with remembering names sometimes, I'll be honest. I'll explain in a minute. But on to, I'll stick with fiction for a minute, even though I haven't finished it. It is Alchemized. Oh my goodness me. I only got this about 2 weeks ago. I'm 400 pages in. Can we see? I'm enjoying it. I must be enjoying it. I'm 400 pages in. I haven't closed it and went absolutely not. I have enjoyed it. I'm definitely trying to see, because I haven't read Manacled. I hear a lot of people saying you should read Manacled, and then read this. I'm like, listen, I'm 400 pages in. This is over 1,000 pages. I'm not going to go back, read Manacled, and then read this. I'm committed now. I am enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. There's definitely something very raw and real and devastatingly beautiful about this book. That's all I'll say so far, because I haven't finished it. But it definitely gets you thinking. And then I'm also trying to see, how do the characters kind of fit into this. Does not make sense. Probably not. Doesn't matter. And then I also, in the midst of all those heavy reading books, obviously I haven't read Prophecy yet. That is for April. Well, once I finish Alchemist, because that's, I'm still trying to figure out, does it need to be 1,000 pages? Anyway. The Tarot of You. Oh, I will have a video out on Monday, because this is going up on Saturday. I'll have a video out talking completely in depth about the Tarot of You by Don Michelle. I was sent this by Llewellyn. Oh, if you're looking for a book, this is all I'll say about it, because I have gone into depth in my video. If you're looking for a book that helps you, and it's literally exploration for personal growth, that will deepen your tarot practice and make it far more personal for you, as in you see the cards more than just foretelling or for divination purposes. It is literally like conversing with a friend. This, great. So good. Okay. I really don't want to keep this too long, so let's go talk about my journals, and especially my mini file effects, because I'm loving this so far. Okay, first and foremost is my Traveler's Notebook type notebook, because this isn't actually Traveler's Company. I believe it's by Pukapad, I think. Anyway, I'm loving working in this month. I just want to kind of give a quick overview. So what I have been doing is I've been drawing a card a week from my Celtic Magic Oracle. It's not the best, but would say cardstock wise, but I do love having it here. And of course I did add a few little bits and pieces in it as well, of course. I'm still doing my daily cards. So I've been making the pages like super pretty, having the best time. I did change the layout because I thought doing three sections per page just wasn't enough. My ideas are still there. My magic musings, which I do need to actually sit down and work in. I haven't created the time, but it is looking super pretty. That is the page that I think most of you seen. you're all way too kind. You're like, it's so pretty. I'm like, it is very amateurish, but it's okay. I don't mind. It's my journal and that's totally fine. And then I also got a set of 3, one second now, it was in TK Maxx. Of course it was. Moleskine legendary notebooks. I got 3 of them for like 10, 12 euros, 13 euros or something. I thought it was good. And I've been using this in conjunction with the Tarot of View, because there are like loads of tarot spreads, obviously, to deepen your practice. So I needed a notebook, of course I did. And I seen these and I was like, these are absolutely perfect. And what I loved was it fits perfect, these charms, perfectly inside. Okay, it might be a little bit wider, but like the tiniest bit inside my traveler's notebook. So, dude, you have to make so much noise. And of course, my mini final facts. I have fallen in love with this month. I've been having the best time in this Filofax. I have my personal one where I use it just for planning and all the boring adult stuff. But this has been my fun one. So I did change the charm here. I changed it to a little teapot. So super cute. And this is the inside. I'm obsessed with this. Like, how can you not open your journal and fall in love with it? This is exactly the way I wanted it to be. It took me a while to try and get this to where I wanted it, but now I've figured out what I want. Kind of. So I have that, and then I have my glimmers. So I have like little sections of the month where I write down each of my glimmers, which has been super fun. And then here in this section that I have like a little crystal charm, I've been writing about, we say, the full moon and then the triple reset, and then I also need to put the next full moon that's coming up. So this is like a mini on the go grimoire book of shadows type thing. And then I have like my intentions, which I need to kind of put some intentions in here. And then I also have a little bookmark, and then I have like bingo cards. What is that going out? Because I know there's some things that I don't want to share, which I know a lot of you do not mind, and you're great. So I'm just going to cover this section, and here I've been drawing like a weekly card, and I'll show you the deck that I've been working with that. So I've been writing, and I've also been drawing a rune and these mystic coins as well. I've been incorporating into my weekly pull. Yes, my weekly practice. Jeez, why did that take me so long? I'm so sorry for the delay. When I talk for so long, sometimes my brain just can't catch up. So in this section then, I have been taking part in, and I'm going to close it because it is personal, because it is a big chunk of gratitude and different little bits and pieces I've been working on, with the Positively Wealthy by Emma Mumford. And this is all about manifesting. It's a 31 day or 32. I'm trying to see. I think it's 31 days. No, 33 days even. 33-day challenge. And I am already on day 23. So I kind of actually started a little bit into March. I didn't start on the 1st because I'm like, look, not everything has to be done on a Monday. Not everything has to be done on the 1st of the month. So I've been really enjoying getting back into the art of gratitude and being present in the moment and mindfulness. And there's just like here, for example, like the one that I did today was removing comparison, and I feel like that is so fitting in the online sphere because we can get so caught up in comparing ourselves to others. So well worth the look if you're into that kind of stuff. Now let's get into the part that I know everybody is excited to see. Okay, so we all want to see the decks that Mend worked with for the month. So I'm going to talk about my daily or weekly decks that I worked with first. So the ones that I were working kind of per week and then pulling daily cards from. And then I'll also talk about some other decks that have strangely made their way into my everyday, and I'll explain all that. So the first one here are the Fairytale Tarot and the Fairytale Oracle. Do I really need to introduce them? You guys helped me pick them out. You're probably staring, going, man, you picked them out. We just sat and watched. Yes, but you helped me. Okay, and you were very good to do so. Thank you. Not my favorite pairing. I hate the fact that I'm saying this. Was not my favorite pairing this month. I only worked with it for a small bit. I could not. I'm going to zoom you guys in. I could not for the life of me get on board with the Fairytale team at the moment. I don't think I was in the headspace. So I did the right thing and I was like, okay, you know what? I like it. I like how they pair. I do like how they pair. The messages were not doing it for me. So I just put it back. I was like, okay, it's clearly not the right time. And that can happen. I feel like these are a little bit blurry. That can happen. So I don't really have much else to say about it, to be honest, only because for me it didn't really hit the nail on the head. I'm not sure what my expectations were for them. So I don't know, was that on me or was it just sometimes right pairing, wrong time? That could be the case as well. So that's one pair. The next pair is the Seasons of the Witch, Ostara, and the Ostara Tarot. Love. Genuinely, honestly, love them so much together. I really love the Ostara Oracle anyway by Seasons of the Witch. I don't want to say it's one of my favourites, but it's kind of up there. Oh my god, the Ostara Tarot is so hard to get out sometimes. But while I'm trying to get this deck out, I really enjoyed working with these two together. Hello. As big and all as the desk is, I'll never have enough space. So they're the backs. And let's have a look at the pairing because that's really what we wanted to see. So what I started doing as well with my weekly cards is I stopped using tarot as my focus point. Because that's not how I actually read. And I was like, I have to stop letting kind of the tarot tube, you know, what everybody be kind of chatting about in the sense of like reading tarot and then adding oracle. A lot of people seem to have this where tarot is the focal point and then the oracle is what it's expanding on. I wanted to flip that because that's just how it works for me. So what I started doing was I started pulling my oracle first and then my tarot to expand on the message of the oracle. And it's been working fantastically for me. Is fantastically a word? I don't know. But I really enjoyed this pair. I was kind of slow putting it away, but I knew there was other decks that I really wanted to get around to and work with as well. Clear readers definitely helped me be mindful throughout the day. Definitely brought up some things that maybe I myself was shying away from. So it definitely helped bring those to light. But I really did enjoy these two together. And I feel like they kind of match really well as well. Even though the artwork is not the same, it's kind of similar. I don't know. I really enjoyed it anyway. Oh, look at that. Det and Robin. Now, most people I know will probably go, man, why are you getting excited about that? Because Robins are signs from our loved ones, right? And then Det is not necessarily meaning dying, right? We know that, but like cool. That'd be cool. I'd be happy with getting that, believe it or not. Okay, and the last pairing that I'm currently working with, but I wanted to mention all the same, is the Wicked Moon Tarot and the Alchemy of the Spirit Oracle. And I just wanted to show you kind of like side by sides. So this is the Alchemy of the Spirit Oracle, and then this is the Wicked Moon. I'm having the best time with these. These are so light and fun and spring, but also so far kind of hard hitting as well. They're definitely covering topics where I'm like, or really diving towards things that I'm like, right, okay, I was not expecting that, but it's like in a fun cutesy way, but it's not a cutesy pairing. Does that make sense? So it might look like it, but please don't underestimate the messages that it will give you. My advice anyway, for sure. But again, I've only started working with this since I actually wrote in my journal a few days ago, so I'm still kind of familiarizing myself with this pairing, but I wanted to mention it all the same because it is kind of March that I'm working with it. So okay, so I want to talk about this. So this is the Inner Temple Oracle that Jamie got me for my birthday, and I've been loving this. I've been using this since my birthday, but I was using it as like a daily card draw first, and then obviously I wanted to change out my decks, but I didn't want to let this one go. But what I really love about this, and this is why I've been keeping it out especially, is I love the way this box is designed, that you can pop a card into it. So this is my card for this week. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, okay, it's actually not that bad. I'm just clumsy and awkward, I'll be honest. And like, look at the inside. It has the whole attunement on the inside. Anyway. But I've been loving these decks for like a weekly message. And so what I'll do is I'll shuffle and whatnot. Normally they kind of just pop out anyway. I have this upside down. But I've been popping it into the display and I've been keeping it up on my desk. And it's there like a constant reminder for me throughout the week. And I've been really, really enjoying this and really loving it. Because I was on the fence about this deck, but I'm so glad that he didn't listen to me and he got it as a gift, because I'm like, I love it. I really do. I love it so much. So that is the Inner Temple. And then, because you know that I am working through Dawn Michelle's book, so I read it to review it, and then I'm also reading through it to work through it myself. I've been using the Seers Pocket Tarot for that. And the reason I use the Pocket Tarot is because it is the perfect size. Because some of the spreads kind of add on cards, and I love the shuffle on this. Like, listen. So pretty. Can a shuffle sound be pretty? I don't know. I'm making it pretty. But you can see that when you lay out the cards, they don't take up a whole... Why am I doing this left-handed? I'm not left-handed. They don't take up a whole pile of space. So you can see that you can get a whole entire reading here and it still not take up too much space. Okay, on screen it looks like this, but here, let me show you. On my desk, it does not. So it's great. I can journal, I can have my cards out in front of me. It's been genuinely so much fun. And of course I love the Seers, so why would I not use a deck that I thoroughly love and enjoy? Doing a practice that I'm really thoroughly loving and enjoying. The only thing is the metal tin box, yeah, it's a bit loud. But it's sturdy, so look, I don't need to nitpick everything. And a surprisingly unexpected deck that has kind of, you know, is peeked its way in is the Enchantress Tarot. Okay, I've been talking too long. I need to take a sip of a drink. Take a sip of whatever you're drinking. The Enchantress Tarot. Now, this says it's an empowering oracle deck. I don't know. I'm using it as a tarot. So I see, I had picked this up in TK Maxx last year. I'm pretty sure it's in one of my hauls. Now, who is this published by? I think it's like Octopus Publishing Group, right? And I don't think I've ever seen anybody here talking about this deck. I don't know. I've seen it in TK Maxx, and you know, when I see a deck in TK Maxx, I'm not going to say no. Very rarely will I say no. There's lots of decks that I did, and now I'm sorry. So, Mand was not going to pay the price of past Mand's silly mistakes of saying no. Okay? So, I picked this up. And I did have a chat with myself because I'm like, you can't just pick up decks and not use them. Okay? You have to use them. So, stubborn Mand went, okay, fine. I will use this. I'll bring this into the sitting room. I've been having the best time pulling cards out of this. This has been ridiculously good. Annoyingly good. Very annoyingly accurate. I didn't use it with the purpose of like foretelling or anything like that. I have used it for answering questions that I have had throughout the day that I kind of needed answers. And it has definitely put me in my place. But Again, not in a bad way, but it has helped massively. I've also used it on my Instagram stories, and it's just been great. It's been so fun to have a tarot deck in our sitting room, because I don't normally keep decks out and about and around the house. I, for some reason, just tend to keep it in my sacred space, because the way I see it is like, well, that's my space for all this kind of stuff. But I'm loving this. Like, I was shuffling this the last night, and Jamie's like, do you have a tarot deck? And I was like, yes, I have lots of them. And he was like, no, I know that, but you have one here. I'm like, yeah, I do. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation. He went back to TikTok, and I went back to pulling some cards for myself. So that's just the way it is here. This kind of like, is that what that is? Yeah, okay, right, well, carry on. So there's no judgment. So that's, you know, that's awesome. I love how supportive he is with it. So that is it. That's what my March has been. Oh my goodness, what a month. It's been good. It's been pretty good. To be fair, it's been not a bad month whatsoever. I can't complain. There's been so many glimmers. So let me know what your March was like. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And remember, stay magical and find all the glimmers that you can. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.